Hi, everybody. So, today I'm going to be talking about why I think the legendary Masayoshi Son is going to have a comeback. So, if you don't know who Masa Son is a very famous technology investor. He was the main investor in Alibaba, if you know what that is. He invested in tons and tons of companies. Today, famous companies he's invested in are like Uber, DoorDash, things like that, WeWork, which was a failure. And over the past few years, he's been having a hard time, right? He made this thing called the Vision Fund, which is this enormous venture capital fund. In fact, the largest one ever created, $100 billion investment fund. And the first year they did pretty well, but the second year they got destroyed. They invested in this company called WeWork, which was a bad investment, a very bad one. They lost almost all their money on it. They stopped their IPO. A bunch of bad stuff happened. And everyone started saying, Masa Son, you're dumb. You've lost your touch. Alibaba was a one-time thing. But to be honest, I think that Masa Son is primed to make an epic comeback because that's what he does best. If you look at his career, Masa Son has had horrible crisis after horrible crisis. And every single time, he comes back with a rage. The first crisis you can tell is that was before even SoftBank became large. It was in the 90s. He had a struggling companies. He invested in a bunch of them. They didn't work. Nothing really happened. Then he hit one off and SoftBank became large. The next comeback he had was investing in Alibaba, which made him insanely wealthy. Another comeback he had was in 2000. This is his big one. He was the richest man in the world for 3 days. Then SoftBank lost 99% of its value and he became destroyed in terms of wealth. I mean, he was still rich, but he really, really did get hurt by that. He said he was very close to bankruptcy. And look at him now. Now the guy's worth 40 billion or whatever he's worth, one of the richest people in the world again. Now, I think it's interesting because last year he had a comeback. SoftBank, in fact, crashed. It was very undervalued. He bought a lot, and the stock has essentially doubled in the past year. And also, the Vision Fund is already kind of making a comeback. In fact, they are in the black now. They are in profit. SoftBank is making money again. They lost money last year because of the Vision Fund's loss in WeWork. But this year they're making money again. So I think it's the start of the Masayoshi Son comeback. Because if there's a guy I know can come back from these types of things with wonderful investments, it's Masa Son. And people who think he's going to fail don't understand the essence of venture capital. You see, venture capital essentially is like this. We bet on 5 companies, 4 of them fail, and 1 of them works out. Now that's a bit extreme, but that's essentially how venture capital works. And all these people are saying, oh, WeWork failed, oh, this failed, or this failed, when they don't understand how venture capital works. It's not like investing in stocks. In stocks, you don't plan for 80% of your portfolio to go to the floor. But in venture capital, you can do that because some of your stocks are going to make you insane amounts of money. For example, Alibaba compounded at a 50% return. His $20 million investment in Alibaba today is worth well over $100 billion. I think almost $200 billion if he never sold a share. So honestly, Masa Son, I think, is ready for his comeback. His venture capital fund has had its couple of losses. They've had a couple of winners, and I think they're going to have a lot more winners, allowing Masa Son to have an epic comeback, which you can make money on. I would suggest you look into his stock, you look at his other enterprises, and see some way to invest in him. I personally have, because I think Masa Son is going to have an epic comeback, and you can join the ride. Thanks for watching, everybody, and check out my next video.